Hey YouTube, Full Throttle here, and today we're going to be going over another deck profile for an updated Great Nature build. So yeah, let's get right into that. So for the grade zeros, we have still as our starter Telescope Rabbit because it's very important for the utility. Grade zero lineup's the same of Telescope Rabbit, 12 vanilla crits, and 4 heal, standard stuff. But the real changes start to come in after this. So let's get right into the grade 1s. So for the grade 1s, we run 4 Coiling Duckbill, obviously, because the deck needs Coiling Duckbill. Duckbill is one of the best cards in the clan. 4 Mikesaburo, because it's also one of the best cards in the clan, and its synergy with Telescope Rabbit is unmatched. It makes the deck able to do insane stuff early game. We run the 4 Shell Master because it's still important for a Chatnoir deck, because you need the counter charge, because you use 4 counter blasts in 1 turn. This time we run only 2 Minibelly. So the reason we run 2 is because we can then make space for 2 copies of Label Pangolin. Label Pangolin, beforehand, I was not really a fan of it, but with this deck now, the counter charge that this does on its own is so helpful. This is a little bit experimental right now. I'm still testing the waters, but so far I'm liking 2. I might change some of the ratios a bit, but so far this part's staying unchanged. This part's the experimental bit. So yeah, now let's get into the grade 2s. So for the grade 2s, we run 4 copies of Crayon Tiger. Obvious. It's the first choice you make in a Great Nature deck. You need that. 3 copies of Binoculus Tiger. I'm probably going to try to bump it up to 4, but I don't have 4 at the moment. I only have 3. We run then, this is a huge change, 2 Field Glass Otter, which is Rearguard Circle Success 20,000, and then Auto GB1. When this unit is placed on the Rearguard Circle, choose one of your other rearguards. It gets plus 4,000 power until the end of the turn, and at the end of that turn, retire that unit. And then auto rearguard circle at the end of your turn. If this unit is successful, you may return this unit to your hand. This is really good with cards like Crayon Tiger, because you can, for example, you can use Crayon Tiger skill on Field Glass Otter and then Field Glass Otter gets to 20,000, or anything other than your Vanguard gets to 20,000. Well, anything in addition to your Vanguard gets to 20,000 or greater. Then you still get the draw in, but you can send Field Glass Otter back to your hand, so that's really helpful. Then we run 2 Sleepy Tapir, because it is a resist, which really helps against decks like Overlord, which can just do field control on your turn, and you need stuff to when you want things to die, you want it to die on your end phase, not during your battle phase. So you need that. So yeah, and then its other skill aside from the resist is Rearguard Circle version of Binoculus Tiger, so it can't activate on the Vanguard Circle. So yeah, now let's go into the grade 3s. So for the grade 3s, we run, this is the part that stayed the same. This part is the 3 Chatnoir standard stuff. Then 3 copies of Special Appointment Professor Arusha. It's got Vanguard Success 25,000. It's got Vanguard Auto Vanguard GB1 Generation Break 1. Choose a card from your hand and discard it. When it becomes successful, the moment it becomes successful, you may pay the cost and stand it up, which means it's a counterblast free restander, and it's free of counterblast. You only discard 1, meaning that its restand is a +1, which is really nice. And then it's, when it attacks, you choose one of your rear guards. It's Vanguard Generation Break 1. When it attacks, choose one of your rear guards, give it plus 4,000 power, and at the end of the turn, well, no end of turn death, it has this, and then Arusha cannot get trigger effects. So that's the trade-off for the restand, because this is not an optional ability, sadly. So the main combo involves Chatnoir to do that, so that the deck usually gets the opponent to 5 damage by the time you're break riding this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm possibly considering putting in Tuskmaster, possibly taking out a single Arusha or a single Chatnoir or one of each to put in either 1 or 2 Tuskmasters, because that makes the combos so much more consistent, and the deck can already the deck is a toolbox when it comes to grade 3s, so you can just search them, so low counts don't really matter. So now we're going into the G Zone. So for the G Zone, we changed this quite a bit. We now have 4 copies of Sage Saint Professor Bigbelly. It's act once per turn, counterblast 1, generation break 2, and persona flip. Then you choose one of your rear guards and then give it plus 4,000 power for every face-up unit in your G Zone. So that means that it's going to get at least plus 8,000. Doesn't kill it at the end of the turn, sadly. Then you can choose one of your units in general, and that unit gets auto Vanguard Circle or Rear Guard Circle. When this unit's attack hits, you may restand as many of your other rear guards as you have face-up G units in your G Zone. So that's at least restanding 2 on hit, or possibly if you go into this twice in a row, then it's 4 restood units. So yeah, it's a very good card. You should definitely use this at 4 in every Great Nature deck. Then 2 copies of Omniscience Dragon Managarmr. We've gone over this before. It's a good card, good finisher, but this has become a better finisher. 2 copies of Omniscience Dragon Hrimthurs. We keep this at 2 because it's still a solid card. Works with the soul that Pangolin builds up, so yeah, you can just use that soul. 1 copy of Omniscience Dragon Afanc. Now, some of you may not really like Afanc, but Afanc is very much important for the deck, because there are situations where you will go against a deck like Overlord. This is designed for against Overlord specifically, so that it's act once per turn, counterblast 1, and flip any G unit face up. And then you can choose any of your rear guard, as many of your rear guards as you want. Give them the skill that they cannot be retired from card effects until end of turn. Well, until for this turn, and then for each rear guard that's chosen with this effect, this gets plus 4,000 power. So this gets really, really beefy, and then it also protects your rear guards from Denial Griffin and Defeat Flare, which is important. Then we have Cath Palug at 1 still, 1 Phoeniciax, because we replaced 2 Managarmr and 2 Phoeniciax for the Bigbellies, and then 1 Phoeniciax for Afanc. So the G Zone has changed quite a bit. We still keep the same G guards of the 2 Scryew, 2 Kundalini, and 1 Dismal. I haven't got my hands on Ardillo yet, but when I do, I'm going to try it out. I, right now, am not really a fan of it, but maybe in the future, I'll try it. But yeah, so this is still very much, the deck is still very much in an experimental stage. I have not fully finalized it, so this is still to be updated. So yeah, just saying that. Now, the reason for Label Pangolin, I'm going more in depth with this so that I don't have to take up the entire grade 1 time slot with just 1 card. The reason why I run this instead of like TikTok Flamingo is because this card allows you to countercharge multiple times in a turn during the battle phase, so that you can activate the full Cath Palug combo with Crayon Tiger when you're only at 3 damage, and you'll still have at least 1 face-up damage at the end of it if you use Label Pangolin. So, very nice with Chatnoir. And TikTok Flamingo can only really give you end of turn countercharge, which is kind of sad. So yeah, that's why I'm using it, so that nobody is wondering why I use it. Nobody's angry at me or anything. That's the reason. And then also for Field Glass Otter. Field Glass Otter I use because it allows you to, when it is getting the power boosts from Chatnoir and Crayon Tiger, if it was not given any Duckbill skills or Mikesaburo skills, you can then return it to your hand and you still get all the draws, which is amazing. And it really helps a lot. So yeah, just going over why I use Field Glass Otter. As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. If you have any suggestions, be sure to put them in the comment section. If you want to tell me something, put it in the comment section. If I made a mistake, put it in the comment section. If you want me to have specific types of videos in the future, like matches, box openings, something like that, more of any of those, or adding some of those types of videos in, then be sure to tell me in the comment section. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Sorry for not being really able to upload for the past few weeks. I've been very busy. I've been on vacation. One of the videos that I had recorded ended up not working out. It ended up being recorded incorrectly, so sorry for that. And yeah, this is Full Throttle signing out.